All right, today we're going to talk about your single most valuable resource, and that's your focus. We're going to explore a really powerful mindset shift to help you stop wasting it on people who just don't matter and start investing it where it actually counts, in yourself. So let's just start with a really direct question. Be honest with yourself. Who did you waste your energy thinking about today? An ex? A rival at work? Maybe someone who doesn't even know you exist? We all spend this incredible amount of mental energy on other people's lives, just wondering what they're up to, what they're thinking. And you know what the return on that investment is? It's zero. It's a massive energy leak, and today we're going to plug it for good. I want you to start thinking of your focus like a currency. It's like money. Every single moment you spend scrolling someone's profile or replaying an old conversation in your head, you're spending it. You're literally pouring the raw materials for your own life into someone else's garden. But here's the key. It's a choice. You can decide right now to stop. Now, making this huge change doesn't require some trendy new age trick. Nope, we need to go back. We need ancient wisdom. So let's dive into the philosophical foundation for taking back your power. Okay, so this really breaks down into two fundamental paths you can take. On one side, you've got the chaser's mindset. Their focus is totally external, on things they just can't control. And what does that lead to? Neediness and a constant feeling of losing energy. But then there's the builder's mindset. Their focus is internal, on what they can control. The result? Abundance. And their energy isn't lost, it's invested right back into themselves. You know, the great psychoanalyst Carl Jung had a name for this whole process. He called it individuation. It's this idea of becoming a whole person, but completely on your own terms, totally independent of what other people want or expect from you. It's about figuring out who you are when nobody's watching and then building your life from that solid foundation. And the alternative is, well, it's pretty clear. If you don't take the time to cultivate your own light, you are just destined to live in someone else's shadow, constantly searching for validation from a source that's never, ever going to fulfill you. The Stoics actually gave us a super practical tool for this. It's called the dichotomy of control. And it's so simple, it's brilliant. You just divide the world into two columns, what you can control and what you can't. Other people's opinions, their feelings, their actions, that goes firmly in the can't control column. But your own goals, your learning, your health, that's your kingdom, that's your territory. And a wise person builds an empire in the territory they command. And the philosopher Seneca reminds us exactly why this is so critical. Time. He said time is the one thing you can never, ever get back. So spending it on things outside of your control is literally the greatest possible waste of your most precious resource. So we've got the philosophy down, but what does this actually look like in practice? Let's explore a really powerful metaphor for all this, the idea of building your own garden. We have all felt this, right? It's like this universal law of life. The more desperately you chase something or someone, the faster it seems to pull away. And this applies to everything: attention, respect, affection, you name it. So the big strategic shift here isn't to just chase harder or run faster. No, it's to stop chasing altogether. And instead, focus on becoming so compelling, so valuable, that you become the destination. And this is the gardener metaphor. Imagine you stop chasing butterflies with a net. You're just going to exhaust yourself and probably end up with nothing. Instead, what if you poured all of that energy into cultivating a beautiful, magnificent garden? Well, the butterflies, they'll be drawn to it naturally. And here's the best part, the absolute magic of this idea. Even if they don't come, you still have a magnificent garden. It is a total win-win strategy. All right, that's enough theory. Let's get practical. Let's make this real. Here is a concrete plan you can start using today to begin building your own garden. This process requires real, deliberate action. Your garden is not going to build itself. So I want you to think of the next 21 days as laying the foundation. Here are the first 3 steps to your blueprint. Okay, 3 simple steps. First, the digital edit. Go through your social media and unfollow anyone and anything that drains your energy or makes you feel less than. This is about plugging those leaks. Second, the skill stack. I want you to choose one new skill and just start learning. The very act of learning is a direct investment in yourself. And third, the morning mandate. Redesign the first 30 minutes of your day so that they are completely 100% for your garden. Read, meditate, exercise, whatever it is. Claim that time as your own before the rest of the world tries to. If you commit to this process, something truly incredible starts to happen. You stop just living day to day, and you start building your own empire of the self. You know, psychologists have a name for this state. Csikszentmihalyi calls it flow. That feeling where you're so absorbed in what you're doing, you just lose track of time. Viktor Frankl proved that having a why, a purpose, allows you to endure almost any how. And Nietzsche saw this as the highest path, finding who you are by dedicating yourself to a meaningful goal. And this right here, this is the core transformation. The energy you project into the world changes from that desperate, needy energy of the chaser to the calm, abundant, powerful energy of the builder. And believe me, that energy is magnetic. It changes how you walk, how you talk, and how the world responds to you. So the ultimate response, the most powerful answer to anyone who has ever overlooked you or doubted you or made you feel incomplete, it isn't to argue with them. It is the silent, powerful, undeniable act of completing yourself, of building your garden, of constructing your empire. Your focus is yours to command. Your time is yours to invest. Your potential is just sitting there waiting for you. So the question isn't if you can build an empire. The only question left is, what will you build first?